see an Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin searing to smoky oak perfection on a new wood-fired grill? Just wait until you see the price. Wood-fired steak with 2 sides for just $9.99. Now for a limited time, only at Applebee's.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement Store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the use season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
We think the fire started in our bedroom. Thankfully, we all did get out safe. The house ended up being a total loss. There were a lot of tears. Our Farmers Union insurance agent was there the next day, and he not only came to see how we were doing, but he brought us a check to say, you know what, here's a little bit of money to get you guys going, and had us paid out in full within 2 weeks.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
We picked the right insurance company.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
Come over here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, talk to State Farm agent Kelly Thorman in Minot. State Farm is there.
Meet the professionals of Trinity Sports Medicine. Trinity Sports Medicine has been serving the region's athletes and physically active population for more than 25 years. All of the athletic trainers at Trinity Sports Medicine are licensed in North Dakota and work side by side with Sports Medicine Medical Director Dr. Dawn Mattern to ensure the best possible care. Our professionals provide specialized medical care for preventing and treating injuries for the active people in our community. These medical professionals work hard to keep you healthy. But if an injury does happen, you can rely on the skilled athletic trainers to get you moving or back in the game again. It doesn't matter if you play for a competitive sports team or enjoy being active to stay healthy. You are part of the Trinity Sports Medicine family.
When you need a windshield chip repaired, why settle for just professional service when you can receive personal service too? At Choice Auto Glass, we take a hassle-free approach to replacing cracked and broken glass on cars and trucks by working directly with your insurance. But it's more than that. It's the attention we put into making sure your vehicle is returned to you clean and in proper repair. Choice Auto Glass. We're not the only one. We're simply the best one.
Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin isn't just a top choice cut of meat. For under $10, it's a top choice for your wallet. Applebee's new hand-cut wood-fired grilled steak. Now only $9.99 for a limited time. Only at Applebee's.
I had got a call. They thought my house might be on fire. My wife was at work and my son was at school. Smoke was just rolling out and then you'd see the flames coming up. A very helpless feeling watching, knowing there's nothing you can do. You just stand there and watch. Very emotional. Farmers Union Insurance did such an excellent job with us. I can't imagine any insurance company doing a better job. Dreams, memories, everything was put back together the way it should be to get us right back on course.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Looking for a mower? Look no further than Gooseneck Implement. At Gooseneck, we have the right John Deere lawn equipment for a range of homeowners. We offer riding mowers, zero-turn mowers, utility tractors, and even gators for the off-roading enthusiast. And when you buy from Gooseneck, you get the assurance that your John Deere equipment will have the parts and service support when you need it. Stop by Gooseneck Implement today and find the John Deere mower that's right for you.
If you can find a better steak in Minot, go there. Otherwise, try the biggest, juiciest steaks you've ever had at Elevation Restaurant at Minot Country Club. Open to the public all year long.
Adams has Brent's driving back post is there, it's in! Davison across. They're checking in. Tip, it's in. Alex Adams. Oh, my. Rebound back to the side of the net. It's in. Franks.
Minot Tauros remain in first place in the Central Division of the North American Hockey League after a split last weekend on home ice, first with a win over Brookings and then a defeat the following Saturday night against the Minnesota Wilderness. This is the week of Wednesday, December 7th. This is Tauros Weekly. I'm Nick Hulberg. Glad to have you aboard here tonight from Elevation at the Minot Country Club. On tonight's show, defenseman Charles Weind joins us. Up front, Chase Springman, the veteran, second in scoring all time for the Tauros, is here. And of course, Marty Murray is here with his thoughts as well. I'm Nick Hulberg again. Thanks for joining us tonight for Tauros Weekly. Well, let's dive into it. Let's look at last weekend's scores first and foremost. The Tauros got off and rolling after they got thumped the weekend before by Brookings 8-0. Excellent response from the first place team inside the Central Division of the North American Hockey League. That game on Thursday night, not the biggest crowd the Tauros have seen, but they had a nice win, 3-1 the score. Jeanson, Dahlemer, Frentz, they all scored in the game. They outshot Brookings 32-23. On to Saturday night, the Tauros kept it rolling, and one of the chippiest games we've seen with the least amount of penalties called in quite some time, only 4 altogether. Tauros out shooting the Wilderness 36-26. This was in front of 1,300 people. Pionk and Bross each had 1 goal, 1 assist in the contest, but a little too late for the Tauros. They lost 3-2. Moving on, when you look at the Central Division standings after the split on the weekend, Tauros with 25 games played. They have 3 games in hand over Minnesota, but the Wilderness are creeping up into the picture. 32 points for them, 34 for the Tauros, 28 for Brookings, 26 for Austin, who holds the final playoff spot inside the Central. Bismarck, who's our opponent on Friday night, they've got 23 games played in the cellar. Aberdeen with 21. Keep in mind the Tauros at Aberdeen coming up on Saturday. Ken Oda will have the call for you on Fast Hockey and on ProStyleProduction.com that night. Big game coming up for Bismarck. They're on the playoff bubble, and they have been good against Minot here in the 2016-2017 campaign, going 3-0 against your Tauros here this year. Here's the top 10 in scoring for the Tauros after last weekend. The rookie Alex Adams continues to tear. He's in the top 15 in the North American Hockey League with 26 points on the year. 13 goals, 13 assists for him. That's over a point per game on average. Reed Stephenson, another rookie sensation up front with 25 games played. He's got a point a game with 25 points on the year. 21 points for Zach Bross. Jack Murphy with 20. Pair of 19s for Tyler Jeanson and Derek Frentz. Chase Springman, 17 points on the year. He's number 7 for the Tauros. Nolan Sawchuk sitting at number 8 with 16 points. 14 points for Nate Pionk, and then the captain, Jake Diddle, with 13 on the year. When you look at the blue paint and the goaltenders for the Tauros, numbers improving for Lucas Murray after last weekend. He's up to an .898 save percentage, sitting on a .293 goals against average. He's played in 964 minutes on the year. Nice record for Murray, by the way. He's 10-4-2. Austin Park still sits on that games played of 5, 3-1 is his mark on the season, but he sits on a 4.12 goals against average and an 85% save percentage. When we come back to Tauros Weekly, we'll talk to Marty Murray, the head coach and GM of the Tauros. He had the snow shovel out today. He got out of his driveway. He's here to join us at Elevation. This is Tauros Weekly.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the used season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
We think the fire started in our bedroom. Thankfully, we all did get out safe. The house ended up being a total loss. There were a lot of tears. Our Farmers Union insurance agent was there the next day. And he not only came to see how we were doing, but he brought us a check to say, you know what, here's a little bit of money to get you guys going, and had us paid out in full within 2 weeks.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
We picked the right insurance company.
Toss weekend this weekend at Minot's Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. The Bismarck Bobcats are in town on Friday night at 7:35 p.m. Bring your teddy bears, toss them onto the ice after the Tauros score their first goal. It's all for charity. It should be a fun one. We're here with Marty Murray now to talk a little bit about the upcoming weekend. But before we do, let's go back to last weekend. And first of all, thanks for some time here tonight.
My pleasure, Nick.
Let's talk first about the nice response. You guys had Brookings coming in last Thursday, and Brookings was a team that you guys split with the weekend before. That was one of the better games and better weekends in my mind for the Tauros overall. Your thoughts on first Thursday night, a 3-1 win?
Yeah, I thought we played pretty well. Obviously, we come off a beating in Brookings, getting beat 8-0 down there, so we wanted to respond well. And I thought we had a pretty decent effort on Thursday night. Maybe a slow first period or first 10 minutes, but I thought we got into our groove after that. And, Brookings had a little bit of a short bench, and I thought we took advantage of that with some good zone time.
Seemed like Murray had a nice bounce-back game as well, and he's been a little up and down at times, but overall in the weekend, I thought that was maybe his better series, if you will, quote-unquote, of the year. He played pretty well. Yeah,
he did. He played well. I think Brookings had some decent chances in the end to try to close in on the score there, and he stood tall and made some big saves on the stretch, and we're going to need that from our goaltending going into the second half of the season.
Talk a little bit about the Wilderness game, and that was a game that had 4 total penalties called. First of all, hats off to the referees. They did a nice job.
The referees take a lot of abuse in our league, but I thought that gentleman, he did both our games. He did Thursday and Saturday, and I thought he did a nice job of letting the kids play and letting them determine the outcome of both games. And even though we lost Saturday night, I thought he was fair. He was let both sides play, and I think makes for more entertaining hockey for our fans.
Anytime you outshoot your opponent by 10, you guys had the 36-26 edge in that night. That game could have gone either way. Were you happy with, obviously you want to win, but had to be pretty satisfied with the effort at least?
I did. I thought we played a pretty decent game. We had a bit of a brain cramp there where we let in 2 goals in less than a minute, and then 1 goal to start the third period about 15 seconds in. But overall was we played well for about 57 minutes, and that's the way we needed to play. But unfortunately, it's a 60-minute game, and they took advantage of some of our mistakes.
Last night we were supposed to play the Minot State University Beavers in a matchup for charity at the Mesa Arena, one that's been looked upon as being a sold-out show. Kind of unfortunate with the circumstances last night. Did you enjoy your snow day yesterday?
Yeah. I think I shoveled my driveway a few times, just kept blowing in. But it was unfortunate we had to cancel the game last night. But it is what it is. I mean, school's out and all the kids' youth activities were canceled. So sometimes that happens in this neck of the woods. And I think we have a make-up date of January 16th set. So the game will get played eventually, and we're looking forward to it as well.
Obviously, we have business to attend to with Bismarck coming up Friday, but in a matchup like that Beavers matchup and the Tauros playing each other for bragging rights at the Pepsi Rink here in Minot, your thoughts on that game overall? It's kind of a unique thing for charity and should have been a pretty good matchup, and it still will be in the early part of January.
Yeah, I mean, going off last year, we really didn't know what to expect, and it was a nice, competitive, fun game last year. And I think, both sides, whenever they put that jersey on, they're representing their team. They have that fire in their belly to win and compete, and we saw that last year, and we probably expect the same thing this year. And both teams' fan base will be there rooting them on, and it's important probably for both programs to play well.
When we come back, we're going to talk about business this weekend and a big one. The Bismarck Bobcats are in town for the Dakota Subway Series and game number 4 of that series. Minot's off to Aberdeen. After that, we'll have Marty's thoughts on that next. This is Farmers Union Insurance's Tauros Weekly here from Elevation Country Club. We'll be back with more in just a few moments.
If you didn't expect to see an Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin searing to smoky oak perfection on a new wood-fired grill, just wait until you see the price. Wood-fired steak with 2 sides for just $9.99. Now for a limited time, only at Applebee's.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed. You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
Some of it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, talk to State Farm agent Kelly Thorman in Minot. State Farm is there.
Meet the professionals of Trinity Sports Medicine. Trinity Sports Medicine has been serving the region's athletes and physically active population for more than 25 years. All of the athletic trainers at Trinity Sports Medicine are licensed in North Dakota and work side by side with Sports Medicine Medical Director Dr. Dawn Mattern to ensure the best possible care. Our professionals provide specialized medical care for preventing and treating injuries for the active people in our community. These medical professionals work hard to keep you healthy. But if an injury does happen, you can rely on the skilled athletic trainers to get you moving or back in the game again. It doesn't matter if you play for a competitive sports team or enjoy being active to stay healthy. You are part of the Trinity Sports Medicine family.
If you can find a better steak in Minot, go there. Otherwise, try the biggest, juiciest steaks you've ever had at Elevation Restaurant at Minot Country Club. Open to the public all year long.
Your Tauros fans continue to roll in here to Elevation Country Club. Elevation at Minot Country Club, I should say, is we're here for another edition of Tauros Weekly, joined by Marty Murray, the head coach and GM of the hockey team. Marty, on to this weekend. It's the Bismarck Bobcats in town on Friday night to take you guys on the teddy bear toss night. First of all, that's a unique charity game, and we get to throw some teddy bears on the ice after our first goal.
Well, hopefully that's the case. You never want to get shut out in those games, but yeah, we've been able to get the goal every time we needed it, and it's a fun evening and gets fans involved and ultimately goes to a great cause.
This is the fourth matchup of the year with Bismarck, a team that's second from last in the division right now. And cellar dweller really isn't a word that you can use to describe Bismarck. They're a hard-fighting team every time you play them, but they beat you three times this year. What's the difference going to be coming up on Friday?
Well, we need to eliminate our our mistakes. I think we've played them 3 times and we've allowed way too many goals, and a lot of them were on us where we make crucial mistakes at crucial times. And they're a team that has some skill up front that can bury you, and that's been the case in the 3 games we played them. And they've all been tight games, and we seem to bring the best out of Bismarck, and we're going to need our best Friday night.
Collectively, the Bobcats have had some trouble on the back end, 3.6 goals against per game, and a team that also has some on the opposite side of that has a player up front, and Tobias Flatterby, number 4 in the league in scoring. He's got 29 points on the year. Do you key in on plenty of shots on goal and trying to shut down their top stud on a Friday night?
Absolutely, and I mean, it's hard to score when you're playing in the defensive zone, and so we want to make sure that when Flatterby and Mishmash, those type of players are on the ice, that we're making them play on their own end, and they have a high skill set and they can make you pay when we make mistakes. So we want to play in the O zone and get lots of shots and put lots of pressure on them defensively. Skate
with the team after the game, and after the last Tauros home game, we auctioned off those jerseys. It's kind of fun doing that sort of stuff for the community, hey?
Absolutely. I mean, the turnout has always been very, very good, and it's fun for the kids too. And maybe our guys don't really realize, but the youth of our community look up to our players like they're NHL guys. So for them to get a chance to get out and skate with our players is a big deal, and we're happy to get out there and spend some time with them. It's a lot of fun on both sides of it.
Got to take care of 60 minutes on Friday first, but off to Aberdeen on Saturday, the last place team inside the Central. But inside the Central Division of the North American Hockey League, nobody's asleep. Or what do you expect out of Aberdeen on Saturday night?
Well, it's always a tough opponent. They work hard, and they've taken it to us at times during the season series. We're almost to the midpoint of the season, and it's hard not to look at standings and playoff implications on every weekend, and I'm sure that's going through their mind. And on our end, we see the division tightening up as far as the standings go. We need to take care of that, and we have 4 games left before Christmas break. We want to go into that break playing strong hockey.
Better let you get out of here so you can go home and shovel again. I'm sure the drifts are 4 feet high by now, hey?
Probably.
Thanks for your time here tonight.
Thanks, Nick. My pleasure.
That's Marty Murray, the head coach and GM of the Tauros. When we come back, we'll look to the back end for the Tauros and talk to Charles Weind. His thoughts on his rookie season here for the Tauros. This is Tauros Weekly.
I had got a call. They thought my house might be on fire. My wife was at work and my son was at school. Smoke was just rolling out, and then you'd see the flames coming up. A very helpless feeling watching, knowing there's nothing you can do. You just stand there and watch. Very emotional. Farmers Union Insurance did such an excellent job with us. I can't imagine any insurance company doing a better job. Dreams, memories, everything was put back together the way it should be to get us right back on course.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Looking for a mower? Look no further than Gooseneck Implement. At Gooseneck, we have the right John Deere lawn equipment for a range of homeowners. We offer riding mowers, zero-turn mowers, utility tractors, and even gators for the off-roading enthusiast. And when you buy from Gooseneck, you get the assurance that your John Deere equipment will have the parts and service support when you need it. Stop by Gooseneck Implement today and find the John Deere mower that's right for you.
If you can find a better steak in Minot, go there. Otherwise, try the biggest, juiciest steaks you've ever had at Elevation Restaurant at Minot Country Club. Open to the public all year long.
Back to Tauros Weekly with Tauros defenseman Charles Weind. Charles, thanks for some time here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
First question I have for you, what do you think of all this blizzard weather we're getting here in North Dakota? Is it what you expected coming to Minot?
I was going to say I'm a Minnesota boy, so I'm used to the snow, but this is kind of some next level stuff here. So,
talk a little bit about what your hometown's like, Rosemont, Minnesota, a suburb of the Twin Cities there. And what was that like growing up? And what kind of community is that compared to Minot?
It's pretty similar. We don't have as many people, but kind of the city look is kind of the same. We probably got a little bit more of a suburb look, but overall pretty comparable.
Your thoughts on the new Pepsi rink and playing here for the Tauros, one of the classier organizations in the North American Hockey League? You happy with your home here for 2016, 2017?
Absolutely. The new rink is really a treat. The locker room, Nigel, our assistant coach, did a great job on it. I love playing in it. It's nice and bright. It's really nice when the fans fill up the seats. It's really fun to play in.
Talk a little bit about your time so far here in your rookie campaign, and Steady Eddie would be a way I'd describe you on the back end, just doing your job back there. Has that always been your game plan and style?
Yeah, absolutely. Just get the puck up the ice, keep it simple, get a point here or there, nothing too flashy. So.
Got a pretty good defensive core around you and some leadership from some older guys. What's it been like playing with guys like Jake Diddle and Luke Davison back there?
It's been nice. My partner has been Luke Davidson lately, so it's nice to kind of get a veteran out there to show me how to play, and he actually got in a fight for me one time, so it's nice knowing he's got my back. So yeah, just the crew overall is a good group of guys. Talk
a little bit about what it's like having a brother that I'm sure you look up to in more ways than one, but he's a coach of the Minnesota Magicians here in 2016, 2017. What's it like having Ben be on the bench when you guys play him? All that experience up to come, I'm sure.
Yeah, we don't play him, but I'm sure that would be a pretty crazy experience. But we get the calling and texting about just how the league's going and how it's different here from there. So.
Talk a little bit about the matchup with Bismarck coming up this weekend and being a rookie to the Tauros organization. These matchups with Bismarck, are they what you expected coming into this year?
Well, rivalries in high school weren't quite the same as they are here. Here, you can feel it. I didn't expect it the first game coming in, but as soon as the puck dropped, you could feel it. The game over in Bismarck, you could really hear their crowd, and they don't like us. So, yeah, it's pretty real.
You guys are looking for a few more points on the weekend to remain in first place. Do you have a key to a victory against Bismarck coming up on Friday night?
I think we got to just stick to our game plan. They like to play physical and try and get off ours. So I think we need to match their intensity and let our skill kind of take over and execute on power play and stuff like that. So
kind of fun with the teddy bear toss going on Friday
night.
For
sure.
What would that be like to score that first goal and see those Bears rain down?
That would be awesome. I'd love that.
It's Charles Weind, the defenseman for the Tauros here in his rookie campaign. We appreciate your time here tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you.
When we come back, we'll talk to Chase Springman, a veteran forward for the Tauros, second all-time leading scorer for Minot. We'll have his thoughts coming up onto the weekend when we return. This is Tauros Weekly.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement Store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the use season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
We think the fire started in our bedroom. Thankfully, we all did get out safe. The house ended up being a total loss. There were a lot of tears. Our Farmers Union insurance agent was there the next day, and he not only came to see how we were doing, but he brought us a check to say, you know what, here's a little bit of money to get you guys going, and had us paid out in full within 2 weeks.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
We picked the right insurance company.
Former Toro Christian Mose has 101 career points in the record books as the all-time leading scorer. Right behind him in line in second place with 83 is Chase Springman. He joins us now here on Tauros Weekly. Chase, thanks for some time here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
A lot of fun having you in the lineup again here for another year, your third season with Tauros hockey. And first of all, how do you feel that this senior campaign, if you will, is going for you here in 2016, 2017? You're having a pretty good year.
Yeah, for sure. It's going really well. Our team is very good this year, so we're really excited to see what happens going down the line here.
You guys are in first place right now inside the Central Division and doing all sorts of good things, pretty much good for a win every weekend. What's been the key to the success here in 2016, 2017? Is there something that stands out to you?
Just a lot of guys that have been here before, and we know how it works and stuff like that, and just preparing for a game every night and being ready to play.
Is there an Achilles heel in your mind of this hockey team or anything that's a major fix that needs to get worked on before you guys head to that Robertson Cup playoff?
Nothing major, just a couple nicks here and there, kind of just feel things out and maybe get some better starts down the road here and just see what happens.
Elk River, Minnesota, the home of the Springman family. What's it like being in Minot, North Dakota here for another year? This is almost like home to you now, eh?
Yeah, I really do enjoy it. I've been staying with the Hyatt family, and they're really, really nice, and they make everything very easy. But this weather, I might be heading down to Florida after this.
Elk River, they get some snowstorms there too once in a while, I suppose.
Yeah, nothing like this wind though, that's for sure.
Talk a little bit more about the matchup coming up this weekend against Bismarck. Is this your biggest rival or the most hated rival inside the North American Hockey League for you? Is there another team that stands out?
For me, it's definitely these guys. For whatever reason, I just love playing them. Every night they know we're going to get our best and we're going to give them our best. So I think we push each other at both teams to just get the win for the fans and stuff, and the rivalry is definitely there.
Tobias Flatterby, 29 points of the year, number 4 in scoring in the North American Hockey League. How much do you key in on certain players that you're playing against and knowing that you have to shut guys like that down?
You definitely know when guys like that are on the ice, and you kind of go out of your way to make sure that when you're out there, they're not getting on the point sheet.
Off to Aberdeen coming up on Saturday night to take on the Aberdeen Wings, and this is a team that you've had some success against here in 2016, 2017. What's that road trip like down to Aberdeen?
It's just another road trip. Get on the bus, hang out with the guys, and then get serious about 3 hours before and focus in on what you're going to do that night.
I asked Ryan the same question earlier, but for you, what would it mean to score the goal to send those teddy bears out of the ice on Friday evening?
Just as long as the team wins, that's all that matters.
Thanks for your time here tonight, Chase. We sure appreciate you. Good luck this weekend, and great job so far here in your senior campaign.
Thank you.
That's Chase Springman for the Minot Toros. When we come back, we'll preview the weekend. This is Tauros Weekly.
If you didn't expect to see an Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin searing to smoky oak perfection on a new wood-fired grill, just wait until you see the price. Wood-fired steak with 2 sides for just $9.99. Now for a limited time, only at Applebee's.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring. Thank you. We're never having kids.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, talk to State Farm agent Kelly Thorman in Minot. State Farm is there.
If you can find a better steak in Minot, go there. Otherwise, try the biggest, juiciest steaks you've ever had at Elevation Restaurant at Minot Country Club. Open to the public all year long.
Elevation Restaurant here at the Minot Country Club is the home to Tauros Weekly each and every Wednesday night. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Tauros Weekly. Special thanks to Mike Miller and his staff at Elevation. This atmosphere, the food, the whole thing is just a great experience at Elevation at the Minot Country Club. Again, we appreciate them for having us here for another edition. Well, we enjoyed talking to Chase Springman, Charles Weind, and of course Marty Murray as we get geared up for the weekend coming up. You look at the Teddy Bear Toss coming up on Friday evening when the Bismarck Bobcats are in town for the Dakota Subway Series. This is game number 4 of the series. Bismarck leads that series 3-0. Bring a new or gently used stuffed animal and throw it on the ice when the Tauros score their very first goal of the game. It's for charity. It's going to be a lot of fun. Keep in mind, Trinity Health invites you as well to bring toys to the hockey game on Friday night. Those are going to a good charity as well. So bring toys and teddy bears to the game on Friday, and the Tauros are going to look to see if they can mount a few more points inside the Central Division of the North American Hockey League standings. When we look at the numbers for this one, Bismarck and Minot going toe-to-toe for the 4th time this year. Bismarck sits on a record of 11-13-1, 5th place in the division. They're on the bubble of even making the playoffs. Tauros are the leader of the pack, 16-7-2 for a record. They score 3.6 goals per game. Bismarck only scoring 2.8. Tauros giving up 3. Bismarck giving up 3.6. Penalty minutes just about the same, 21 and 19 for both of these hockey teams moving forward. That's the matchup on Friday, 7:35 p.m. is the time of that game. And then Aberdeen's the host of the Tauros on Saturday evening. You can hear Ken Oda's call on ProStyleProduction.com and, of course, on Hockey TV. Well, that's going to do it tonight here from Elevation at Minot Country Club. Another edition of Tauros Weekly in the books. We'll see you on Friday night. Tickets are available at MinotaurosHockey.com. Don't forget to bring those teddy bears and toys to the game for a good cause here in the holiday season. Thanks again to Charles Weind for stopping by, Chase Springman, of course, and Marty Murray as well. Thanks to Ken Oda, the producer of the show tonight. I'm Nick Hulberg signing off from Elevation. We'll see you a week from today if we don't see you Friday. Have a good night.
If you can find a better steak in Minot, go there. Otherwise, try the biggest, juiciest steaks you've ever had at Elevation Restaurant at Minot Country Club. Open to the public all year long.
Looking for a mower? Look no further than Gooseneck Implement. At Gooseneck, we have the right John Deere lawn equipment for a range of homeowners. We offer riding mowers, zero-turn mowers, utility tractors, and even gators for the off-roading enthusiast. And when you buy from Gooseneck, you get the assurance that your John Deere equipment will have the parts and service support when you need it. Stop by Gooseneck Implement today and find the John Deere mower that's right for you.
I had got a call. They thought my house might be on fire. My wife was at work and my son was at school. Smoke was just rolling out and then you'd see the flames coming up. A very helpless feeling watching, knowing there's nothing you can do. You just stand there and watch. Very emotional. Farmers Union Insurance did such an excellent job with us. I can't imagine any insurance company doing a better job. Dreams, memories, everything was put back together the way it should be to get us right back on course.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.